How did the Susie Phipps case challenge racial classification? Imagine discovering that your official documents label you as a different race than how you see yourself. That's exactly what happened to Susie Phipps. Her case made people think about how race is defined by laws and not just by how someone feels or looks. Susie Phipps was a woman who identified as white and lived her life that way. But her birth certificate listed her as colored because of Louisiana's strict racial laws. These laws used what is called the one-drop rule, which meant if you had even a tiny bit of African ancestry, just 1 out of 32 parts, you were legally considered black. Her family's lineage went back over 200 years, and a distant ancestor was identified as black. Because of that, the law said she was black, even though she was 97% white and appeared white. Susie challenged this classification in court, arguing that race should be about how a person identifies themselves and how society sees them, not just about distant ancestors. This case pointed out how the legal system used rigid rules based on ancestry, ignoring personal identity and social reality. It showed that racial categories in official records could be arbitrary and unfair. The law focused on distant bloodlines rather than how someone actually lives or sees themselves. The case also raised questions about how race is used in collecting demographic data. It made people think about whether racial labels should be based on ancestry or on how people identify and are recognized socially. It revealed that legal definitions of race can be outdated and don't always match how people understand their own identities. Practically, the case suggested that demographic data should focus more on self-identification and social context. It highlighted that racial classifications in official documents can have real effects on people's lives and rights. The controversy pushed for a more flexible approach to race in public records and data collection, recognizing that race is a complex mix of history, identity, and social perception. In the end, Susie Phipps's case challenged the idea that race is just about bloodlines and showed that how people see themselves and how society perceives them matter just as much. It made a lasting impact on how racial classifications are viewed in the United States.